Honey. This guy's riding his bike with a dinosaur in his hand. I just heard a zone 1, so I can push on a little bit further. Zone 0. My ass. It's always when I get near lots of houses that start getting weird signals. Something to do with their Bluetooth speakers.
Distance 1.4 kilometers. Average heart rate 90. Workout average pace 7 minutes 5 seconds per kilometer.
Do you remember that skater?
What?
Christy Yamaguchi?
Yeah.
She was Chinese American, I believe. Japanese American. So Kamaguchi would be Japanese, and Lee, and Chung, yeah, and Fukushima, Dr. Fukushima. Let's see if they've done any more work on the dog park. Well, that's what gets me a little bit about Saanich. When they have hard work to do, they want volunteers. When they have some work to do with a chainsaw, they pay somebody top dollar to waste. Not exactly, but you know, he spends a lot of his time not working for Saanich. So this is Whitaker, both ways. Maddock, that's earlier on. That's where Harvest Lane joins Glendenning to this trail. Pretty much where the dog park is, that's where they join. Then it becomes Whitaker. And I always call this Lower Whitaker, because I'll be up on the far side of Mount Doug, and it's still called Whitaker up there. So pretty soon Norma's going to turn off, and I'm going to carry on doing my 80-minute run. I'm recording today because tomorrow I'll probably do an hour at the rec centre after a run around Lambrick. Nice little sweater that dog had. Looked like a bumblebee almost. But the wrong colours. It was more like Cleveland Browns. Brown and orange. But there is another interesting phenomenon. People like Dan, who used to be much heavier, when they started running, they did really quite well because their hearts were used to working a lot harder. So this is pretty much where we part ways here. So Zarin went to work today. I was quite surprised. He came, I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I've got to go to work." Because whoever's helping them with the writing of the script or whatever wants to have most of it done by December the 31st. Maybe they're going away.
You had your shot.
I did have my flu shot, yeah. Alright, see you later. So today I'm going to take the widest possible loop.
Average heart rate 100 140. Workout average pace 8 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so my pace is beginning to drop, but that's understandable. I've done a fair bit of hiking today already, and I've still got about six or 7 kilometers to go. I'm aiming for an 80-minute run, an hour and 20. When I get closer to home, I'll know how to finish the run off. Yeah, just come off Whitaker. I think this is Norma. It's named after one of the local farming families. The Norms and the Blenkinsops and the Harrops are all family farms, and they all had adjoining properties around here. A lot of them were doing sheep farming. Ooh, it's going to be muddy. It's going to be muddy today. That's good. I have my trail shoes on. I might get wet. I might get muddy. But I should not slip. So they have cut back the bushes here. Earlier on in the season I was running through and the leaves were getting me from either side. They must have sent one of the sandwich workers down here whacking the weeds. Hello. Hi. He's running pretty fast, that man. I've seen him before. He's a real twinkle toes. Probably a sprinter in his youth. The other interesting demographic in the running community are those who graduated to road running from track and field. A lot of them never really wanted to run marathon distances. It was more to do with anaerobic workouts at the track. That's when the 4-minute mile is such an elusive goal. Zone 3. I'm by the open field now, where the sheep sometimes graze. Not today.
Distance 4.12 kilometers. Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 8 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, my heart rate is elevated, which is probably why I'm short of breath and hot. I'm going to move the neck warmer up around my cranium now, just so that the bare skin on my neck can vent some heat. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the original London Marathon, which was part of the Olympic Games, I believe, or it could have been the Commonwealth Games, but the London Marathon back in the 50s or the 40s was a point-to-point, kind of like Boston. It started at Windsor Castle and ended in Wembley Stadium. That's how it went, I believe. But eventually they decided that marathons, to qualify for any kind of comparison with each other should be a looped course, so you ended up at the same height as you started, or within so many meters of where you started. The California International Marathon, the sim, is a notoriously fast downhill course. A lot of people, I believe, have managed to qualify for various prerequisites by running the sim. Might be more to do with setting their PRs for a marathon. Not sure if it would qualify for Boston as a qualifying distance, as a qualifying race, I should say. So annoying for those people trying so hard to do a marathon in every state. They quite often find that the race that they had for a certain state has been disallowed as a qualifier because the course was short. And ultramarathons start slightly beyond the 42.2. Normally the 50k is the entry level. The entry level for the marathon is, for the ultramarathon is the 50k. A popular distance. I see people up ahead. I will be interacting with them pretty soon. Up I go. Sometimes if I don't get my porridge, I have my little oatmeal snacks. I was trying to make a granola bar, but could never get the texture quite right. Till I discovered that I didn't have to worry. You can just portion and place in the freezer. You can bite your way through an ice cream sandwich, so you can bite your way into a frozen oatmeal snack. So it's 40 minutes done, halfway to my 1 hour 20 minute target. At this rate, I might be able to peel off at Bow Park, depending how much I need to finish my run. As you can hear, there's not a lot of running going on here. Alright, I'm going to get a little bit more running in now, while the going is good. Just a little bit, and it gets steep again. My strap has been quite reliable in the last 2 or 3 days since I repositioned it to its original spot. I was wrong once again with my assumptions. As usual. So I was saying to Norma, she corrected me about the bathtub plug. She bought a new one because the old one was leaking, and occasionally we would share the bath water. There's not enough room for both of us in the tub, so one of us would get the water hot, and the second one would benefit from a preheated tub. But that's okay. Since we're burning wood, we're saving about $10 a week in electricity. I know we paid for it in wood, but a one-off expense. Plus the warmth is much more cozy from a wood fire. It heats where you want to be and not the whole house, unless I turn off the ceiling fan, which tends to direct the heat back down into the room. instead of going up the stairwell. Alright, I'm doing my little connector trail, which will take me to Upper Whittaker. As we come out onto the muddy section of Upper Whittaker, just about to climb over the Elephant Rock. Hello. A good test for my shoes. So one crow is talking to another crow. I don't think the other crow wants to know. Oh, there's a kitty mitten. Too small for my hands.
5 minutes. Distance 4.87 kilometers. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 9 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, so from my heart rate you can see that I'm working pretty hard. Probably zone 4. Zone 3 now. So what was it before? Zone 4, I would imagine. Anyway, the heart does tolerate some stressing. It's just not a good idea to stress it every time you go out. You don't get the resilience of the heart muscle if it's always mending itself. Okay, back onto the Whittaker Creek trail. It's only in the summer that it's dry. The rest of the year it's normally got surface water on the trail bed itself. Don't know if it's because I'm paying extra attention nowadays to not slipping or whether it's these shoes, but since I've had them I haven't slipped. The one time I did lose my traction was when I was wearing my road shoes the other day, but I didn't fall. Big tree stump blown over there. This will take me right to the saddle. So far I'm on the official wide saddle loop, and then I'll have to decide how to finish it off. I could go a little over today because otherwise I have about 2 hours to do tomorrow. Hi.
Morning.
It's funny how this is always like a creek in the winter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This is Whittaker Creek.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, regular mountain walkers, that group. Father and 2 children. Children were in their 40s. So Dad was probably in his 60s. He was more my age. Maybe a little older, I don't know. It's hard to tell when people produce children. I know I was pretty late. I think I got married when I was 29 and Carlos Jr. came along when I was 31, which made Norma 36, which meant that her clock was ticking. So Zarin came along shortly after that. Well, not too close, because they are 5 years apart, so Norma was over 40 when she had Zarin, which is not unusual nowadays with healthcare the way it is. Hello. Hi. You lost the dog?
Pardon?
Have you lost the dog?
No, we're just taking a quick break.
Good idea. But you're not lost, eh?
No.
Good. Some kids playing with their hound and their dad. As they flash past the cave. They are running down at full tilt. I don't do that. Way too dangerous for an old jackal. Hello. You're running behind. Those kids certainly like running down the hill.
Oh yes, they like that. Oh, although they are running the whole time, up and down.
Up and down, yeah. I wouldn't run down here anymore in case I tripped.
Yeah, it seems like that is the difference between young and old. Yeah, they seem invincible.
Yeah, and they're fearless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. But even if they fall, they always seem to land in a way that they never break anything.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, I should be running here. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Coming.
Hello. I'm gonna walk this bit. The older kid was walking like a soldier and then he sprinted off. He'll probably wait at the junction. That's where there is a major intersection. Hello, dog. The puppy knows what he's doing. Alright, now I do the glory zone. Try and stay in zone 3. So far, so good. No peeking today. Kept my internal chemistry in order. I'm taking the side of the trail because the middle is muddier and more cut up. So I was at 50 minutes, so I should continue on to Glendenning and then reassess.
Time 55 minutes. Distance 5.83 kilometers. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 9 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer. In zone 3.
Some more territorial crows. He got an answer. He got an answer. Maybe he's just warning his friends that there's this madman with a bandana. Yep. Definitely flying from tree to tree. He's escorting me out of the park.
Zone 3.
And don't come back. That's what he's saying.
Above zone.
Good morning. Zone 3. As the dog appeared from the undergrowth. Lost a pair of gloves, it looks like, but probably more like they were left there to be picked up on the way back kind of thing. Hello. Hi.
Morning. I remember.
Hello.
1 hour.
You'll start hearing cars.
Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 97 seconds per kilometer. Time for vibration.
So that was 1 hour done. So 50 minutes to the saddle and another 10 minutes to come out at Glendenning. Glendenning Farm. They've just recently put that sign up. It's always been there, but never had a sign saying Glendenning Farm. But I guess with the internet, people might be coming from somewhere quite far off to see what they have.
Above zone. Zone 4.
And that's the beauty of the internet. You can really broaden your market, the catchment for your customers, but you also have to be prepared if they want stuff delivered. I guess that's where Amazon has cashed in on the internet also. People can buy from everywhere and they collect from everywhere and deliver.
In zone. Zone 3.
So basically I want to have 25 minutes, 20 minutes maybe, and that'll give me a nice bit of a head start for Sunday. And as I say, I might do some laps of Lambrick and finish off with an hour in the gym. Hello. Crossing Mount Douglas Crossroad in a second. 1-4 means whoa back. My heart rate's been up in the 140s, but that's excitement. All to do with recording a show and running on a hill. Yeah, people like Dan, my running buddy, he lost something like 30 or 40 pounds from his sedentary weight to his running weight. So it's like having a 5-litre Shelby Mustang engine. Hello. In a lightweight chassis. The engine is big because the body used to be big. Had to carry all that extra load. Alright, so now I have Bow Park to negotiate which I will do, and then across Lambrick, and I'm done. Just found myself a new glove. One of those one-size-fits-all gloves. Can never have too many of those gloves. Doesn't even matter if they don't match. Chris Russell was talking about that. The runner on a budget. I don't think I've bought any running gear new. It's either been given to me or I bought it from the Salvation Army. They have some excellent running gear. They probably get given a lot of stuff from the Lost and Found at the rec center. So they've changed the schedule now. Recycling is going to be on Saturday in future. You can hear the recycle truck on Livingston Avenue. I might take a picture of it. We're certainly going to get the audio. I used to have to remember every other Wednesday not to record my show necessarily in my neighborhood because of the recycle truck, but now I have to think of every other Saturday there's going to be the recycle noise. More elevation change here. Up I go. I think I will call this Kevin Gwynn's ramp, because I often record my submissions to him on this little section, traditional hike section, as I go up, up, up. It flattens.
Time 1 hour 10 minutes. Distance 7.76 kilometers. Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 9 minutes per kilometer.
Okay, so I should have about 10 minutes to go now, and I'll be done.
Above zone.
So
Zone 4.
I will push on regardless of Samantha's admonishments. I'm too close to home to worry about it now. Zone 3, there you go. So this is Bow Park. Hello.
Above zone. Zone 4.
Jogger behind you. Hi. Hello, dog.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Bow Park is a very good shortcut for the people who live in this corner of Gordon Head. They can nip through with their dogs away from the cars. It's also a shortcut to the shopping centre, but most of those people are probably not going shopping with their dogs. So the last little bit of Bow Park, up and over the ridge, down past Mount Douglas Food Market,
Zone 3.
and then across Lambrick Park to my house. And that'll be it for today. So one little bit of recording left to do. if you have some plan for 2020, Bruce McIntosh would like to hear about it from you. Also, I believe that JD was looking for contributions for some sort of end of the year extravaganza. But I remember saying to him when he first started running with Anthony that he might find that Anthony doesn't run quite as often as he would like to record. But that's okay. He has done a few solo efforts on the Run Talk Run front. Just going past the Christmas tree for birds. I'll take one last picture of it. Just to end off this season. My next show will be on New Year's Day. So, without further ado, this is the Running Jackal on one of the last days of 2019. Looking forward as always, never looking back. Bye bye.